now we raining. I ain't roaming solo, I'm roaming with Paul Heyman. Every move calculated, ain't no hesitation. I was stacking up opponents like a blood rotation. Better shut your mouth when it's time for me to speak. Peter Orr will be live, moving like the tribal chief. We a new head of the table, and we about ready to feast. We them ones that you need, like a heart need a beat. That the wise need an uncle, that five knuckles need a shuffle. Better roll one up, we turn on me for rumbles.
A lot of people were trying to say that The Rock ruined WrestleMania.
Yo, I've seen a lot of that too. Now, this is what I'm hearing, right?
Hmm.
I'm hearing there was a creative dispute, like maybe The Rock and Triple H got something
Or
going on.
beefing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, The Rock not being there didn't take away from Mania being as great as it was. You know? Like, I don't think I don't think the John Cena and Cody match was bad at all. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Like, I loved seeing John Cena spam all the heel moves. I think John Cena winning was the right call. I personally, before you asked us on the air before, I said The Rock wasn't needed. I get how him showing up for the Elimination Chamber, him showing up throughout this feud or whatever, people spending money to see The Rock, but never at any point was he uh advertised for WrestleMania. You know?
Hmm. At all.
So if you spend your money to go to WrestleMania and you expected to see The Rock, I do apologize to you about that. You whatever, but you can't say this was bad. Like if he was like, "Oh, this is the worst thing." Yo, they crazy.
I
Like
think people are just very underwhelmed with the finish of Cody losing to a title shot.
yeah,
And that, I mean, he did take the super AA. He took a couple
and
AAs
kicked out. And it's like,
and kicked
"Oh,
out all of
you
them.
made Cody Rhodes look weak. You gotta make Cody Rhodes look weak." I heard Cody Rhodes looked weak. How? He kicked out of four
Yeah,
attitude adjustments, and one of them was off the top rope, bro.
yeah, yeah. That's wild.
How's that making Cody
That's
look
wild.
weak? Come on,
I don't get it at
because
all.
they didn't want Cody to lose,
Hmm.
bro. You gotta understand when it's time for something new, it's time for something new.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
Cody had the belt for a whole year.
So my thing is with this, like when people saying that The Rock ruined WrestleMania, I say the fans ruined WrestleMania. For me, I don't think. Well, like I said, we talked about this last week, and Six said um, this WrestleMania was not supposed to be as good as last year's WrestleMania because I'm one of those guys that do think that last year's WrestleMania was literally probably the greatest WrestleMania of all time. It literally was to me. I don't think I've ever seen any matches that had me on my feet as much as that match had me on. Those matches had me on my feet. But I forgot where I was going with this.
I could take over from here though. I get that, but if you're WWE, isn't your objective to be the next one, be the best one, be the next one?
Well, so this is the problem. This is what Six said. He was like, basically, this match or this WrestleMania that just happened was literally to kick off something new. It was last year's WrestleMania was the end of everything, and this year is the kick off something new. And which it was for which you could see, like literally a whole new landscape in WWE is forming with fucking the faction that we have of Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman.
Facts.
We have something, a whole bunch of brand new stuff that
But
literally got introduced after WrestleMania. We
but
got Alex.
last year's WrestleMania was the end of Roman Reigns. You
Yeah,
know? So
his era. It literally feels like it's a different feeling in WWE now.
it's
Like literally,
huge. It's exactly. It's great. And to me, people put at the John Cena and Cody Rhodes to try to take away from WrestleMania. To me, and like I said before anything even happened, the highlight of WrestleMania was the triple threat match.
mm,
That was the main event that people should be talking about. There's no topping that. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns. There is no topping that. And I would even go back and bet it that that's probably the best. match of WrestleMania, like in the history of WrestleMania.
History?
I will put it up there.
I
Especially
gotta go back and watch the match.
as
It was a good match.
it was a great match. It was great storytelling. It was a great build up, and then the following the Monday afterwards, that Monday afterwards felt like another part of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
So
low key.
they are supposed to outdo themselves. Like when you watch this WrestleMania, you're supposed to be like, man, let me get my money together so I'm there next year. You're supposed to be feeling like that right now. That's the point of it. The next WrestleMania is supposed to be better. And I think job done. This WrestleMania was way better than last year's. And I get it. You had the tag team match with The Rock and Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, and I get that. I get that. And Cody Rhodes won his title. Man, you know me. I hated that from when Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns. I hated it.
Hmm.
I get it. It was time for a change. It was cool. The
I see. That's my problem. That's when I say like right there. That's the problem for me. That's what kind of ruined WrestleMania 40 for me. Well, 41 because that right there, it was a clear avenue of what was going to happen. WWE clearly had a fucking a plan,
you
and
first of all, no one saw Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman coming.
no. I'm talking about as far as like The Rock and Roman.
What you mean?
That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about like for that, like when Cody beat Roman, like they had to like it seemed like once again it was like a audible because of like what happened with Rock and Roman. They couldn't do what they wanted to do for Rock and Roman, so they had the audible, and which became great. But you could tell that the Rock and Roman situation was going to set up years down the line. And I'm not saying that what they're doing right now is not good because I'm like I said, it's a brand new feeling in WWE. But this is like it feels like a lot of other stories get like
Set aside.
not
You might
in
not
the
get the
sense set
Roman and
aside.
Rock match. At some point we gotta let that go.
We have to. Well, no, it's literally we at some point it's literally going to have to get let go because it's not happening at all.
Yeah, you gotta let it go. I mean, it can happen, bro.
No, it's not happening.
It literally it can happen whenever they
It's not
wanted to,
happening.
but at some point you have to let it go. Like you can't like denounce or take away from something
I
because you
don't
didn't
want it
get.
to happen.
All right, but you can't like take away from the great product that you're getting because you didn't get something specific that you wanted. You know what I mean?
Well, the problem is that match. What that match was. That's like saying, all right, how can I set this up? Like, all right, you're not really into anime. I can give you that, or I can give you battle rap, Daylight and Loaded Lux. That's a match that we still haven't seen, and a lot of fans are like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean? And we will get that match eventually. Daylight just stepped back outside, but a lot of fans are like, "Why the fuck has this not happened yet?" Or that like if I bring it towards anime, Goku and Vegeta not fighting again. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's a match that niggas need to see happen. Unless you like, they've been writing the story to keep them together. We don't get
I
that with
I
Rock
like
and
the
Roman.
idea that the match. I want that match to happen because if Roman Reigns beat The Rock, like there's nothing at this point. There's nothing left for Roman Reigns to do. Like he had the
Well,
longest title reign. He done beat everybody. The Rock. I like Roman Reigns versus The Rock because I need Roman Reigns to beat The Rock, and that's one thing that he hasn't done. But
at
you
this
gotta
point,
realize
at this
The Rock
point,
is 20 years retired already. You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. At this point, The Rock is getting older. He's just getting older, and the more older he gets, like say if we get that next year, the more older he gets, the more out of shape. Well, The Rock is in still peak condition, but the more like out
The
of wrestling shape he
the longer
is,
you
and
wait, the
the
more
more
you
the
take away
match
from
is
the
gonna
match.
suck.
I don't think the match is gonna. If they do it, I don't think the match is gonna suck. I don't think they're gonna commit to it unless they both know that they can do it. But hey, you can't hang your head. You can't be upset at a match that you may not get.
No, you could,
Nah, you gotta
you
appreciate.
could
You
be
gotta
upset.
appreciate what you are. You gotta appreciate what you are
No, you
getting.
can't. No, you don't. No. You can appreciate, but you can still be upset about something that was on the table that literally people took away from you for
You
literally
never
somebody
seen you
else
never
just
seen
for a
them
story
rocking
to
Shawn Michaels.
just huh?
You never seen them rocking Shawn Michaels.
I hear it, but that was not like a match I was fiending for.
That's a match that think about
Back
it. The
like
Rock and Shawn
in,
Michaels never happened. Think about that.
in hindsight, yeah, I'm like, damn, that match never happened. But I'm talking about like this. The writing is on a wall for Roman and Rock. It was right there. Just got snatched away to not happen, and probably won't ever happen. You know what I mean? Like
That's all
there
that,
was a
brother.
whole entire fan base that wanted that.